Scorpio. Okay, so I felt really called to do a reading today. You are possibly currently getting a pause, I'm hearing from Spirit, that you need, because whatever you're moving through and whatever you have been moving through has been very difficult. And I think that you have, through this difficulty of whatever current situation you are in, or whatever you're walking away from, or whatever it is, whatever you're in right now, and you're in the middle of it, like, and I do feel like you're farther along than you think in moving past this. Okay, Spirit wants to emphasize you are, and okay, I feel like I had to clear the energy like a bunch of times. So you may be feeling like you need a pause because this is so grueling and it's such a process and it has taken its toll, I'm hearing from Spirit, on you because of how much you are purging. You are purging a lot of stuff, like just so much stuff. The thought space is probably really loud right now, I'm hearing, and whatever, I feel it, okay? Like I feel the heaviness of this. And I think Spirit is like, take a break. And I think maybe you are, and from it, like, remove yourself from it for 5 minutes, like, you know. And what I wrote all this down, right? And it was like all of it was saying, like, there may be a part of you that is being really hard on you about how quick you're moving through this, or how much you're moving through this, or like, why can't you get through it quicker? Why is it taking so long? Why is it so hard? And I also feel like an energy maybe back towards yourself of like, it was talking about how to give the mind a break and how to give yourself the compassion that you so very much deserve to help you find peace through this, and to not be so hard on yourself. Maybe you're being really hard on yourself for like, I don't know what for, but you are being hard on yourself. I definitely am feeling you being hard on yourself, and like, don't do that. It makes it so much more complicated. There's no reason to be hard on yourself. This is hard enough. Like, Spirit's saying it's hard enough, and that is making it more complicated than it needs to be, but you do need this pause, and I'm definitely feeling that for you. I wanted to get into love, career, and healing. That's what we want to do, yes. So for love, we're going to look at what's going on right now and what's coming in for you in love, okay? So, I already talked to these like a million times because I like, oh, that wants to come out. But it didn't. Almost did though. Something wants to come out. That's what I'm hearing. What wants to come out, Spirit? I'm like, oh no. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just am like, I feel like for Scorpios right now, where whatever you're going through, like, please, not another thing. I can't. Please. Don't throw something else at me. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Scorpio, what's coming in, or what are you currently dealing with right now in love? Let's just see. What's going on? I'm going to pull Tarot too to get more. The Temple. Look how beautiful that card is. It's so magical and beautiful. Ooh, I feel a lot of people around you on this one. Ooh, I don't know. There's something about you dealing with a lot of energies. It doesn't have to be people outside of you, but I am getting that for some of you. I'm getting a fighting. I'm seeing 5 of Wands. Wow. Okay. I'm seeing 5 of Wands. Riding the cosmic wave is on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to get some tarot with this. This one or this one? This one. Okay. So, the Chariot's on the bottom of the deck. We got Strength and the Chariot. That's Cancer energy and Leo energy. Something, like so many feelings I feel like you're feeling right now. Like it's like a lot. It's a lot, whatever you're moving through. Strength, again, is on the bottom of the deck, which means whatever you're going through is not easy, and it's taking a lot of strength to do this. Okay. So, 59, the Temple. So let's see what's going on. The Temple. What's going on with this? For love, current energies for love, the Temple. 2 of Swords. Yep. That's indecision. I was feeling that, like, maybe you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place with something. What's this indecision about? Something with someone you're dealing with. King of, yeah, there he is, King of Wands. Okay, what is going on with this energy? King of Wands, what is this? The Sun. Okay, yeah, something has to come out. I was feeling that when I was like, it's not coming. What was I gonna say? I was saying something's coming out. I feel like I'm very discombobulated. So if you're feeling all over the place, it's okay. That's totally normal. It's a lot, whatever you're moving through. There's some decision that you're needing to make about the King of Wands because there's some light that's being shown. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Okay, this is coming through. Okay, so somebody around you, let's say you got into a relationship, okay? And this person seemed really great. They were really wonderful. You really were like, this is it. This must be it. This must be it for me, right? And then maybe things came out. right? Maybe this person was wearing a mask. I was seeing that there was a mask that was being worn, but you're seeing the sun of this. But guess what? Guess why it's so hard? I know why it's so hard. At least I feel like I know why it's so hard. Because when we have an expectation of who someone is, because we're seeing them in a certain light, and then over time, maybe that person wasn't being honest. Maybe that person wasn't, I'm seeing 10 of swords. Maybe that person was not who they said they were. Maybe they weren't. Like, I'm not saying that some of them could have been doing this intentionally, but I don't necessarily totally get that. But I definitely do feel like there's a clash of the energies, and you're not happy. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. I'm getting that you're not happy. I mean, I don't know why I'm feeling that. Let's get more on this just to make sure I'm like on the right track. 7 of Pentacles, stuff you've built on. You're shining light on what's been built, what you guys have built together. And it's not, here's 7 of Pentacles is like, you are looking to see the fruits of your labor, but you're like not seeing it yet. And you're wondering, I get this feeling of like wondering if you're ever going to see it. Maybe that's why it's so hard to move on, because of the energy that's been invested. The Wheel. What's up with the Wheel? I'm seeing the Magician. Whoop. Okay. Wow. Page of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Okay. I don't know why. You know what? I get this feeling of like, it looks good on the surface, but like, I just get this feeling that you're getting underneath it. And maybe this is like not being, again, we have the 2 of Swords, so it's not being totally clear. You're not clear on you're not clear, but you're feeling something, and you're investigating. You're an investigator. Scorpios are like super investigative, and they are super all-knowing. So like, again, I'm getting this feeling again, like there's something underneath this and you don't totally know what it is, but it doesn't feel right. There's something skewed. Something's off. I've seen the Devil. Okay, let's see what else. The World. Yeah. The World, it's in sideways. It's like you don't know if you want to retake the cycle or not. And I get what I'm getting is that one part of you really does, because, and okay. I'm getting that one part of you does because of the fantasy and the expectations. And here's the thing. I'm not saying like fantasy isn't like it's not real. It looked really real, right? And it felt real until it didn't. And there is this feeling of like, I feel stuck in this. Like, I want to move. I want a new cycle. I definitely am feeling you want something new, but I feel like there's another part of you that's holding on for dear life to this person, maybe out of familiarity. Again, the Devil's coming again in my head. Okay, anything else? Can I just, you know what? I'm going to go with, the Lovers came out. Gemini energy. Okay, can I please see, what is Scorpio feeling underneath this? What are they feeling underneath this? What is going on? The Empress, okay. 6 of Pentacles. The Magician. There's a Magician again. What is going on? Why do I feel this feeling then? I don't know what's going on. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. 7 of Swords. Okay, there it is. 10 of Swords. Page of Cups. It's so totally hidden. I don't know why. Why is this so hidden? Like, this is like deeply under the moon is what I'm seeing. Okay, so 7 of Wands, perseverance. Then we got 7 of Swords, which is deceit. Then we got the 10 of Swords, which is betrayal. And since we have the 7 of Swords with the 10 of Swords, that means there's like this feeling of deep betrayal. And we have the Page of Cups. Something about what someone's given you. It's like a deeply intuitive felt sense that there's something off here. That's what I'm getting. I can't stop getting it. And maybe you can't stop either. Maybe it's making you upset. Like, Magician. Is that what you're manifesting though? This is what I'm really seeing now. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right. Oh, this is so frustrating. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you're indecisive about a relationship with a King of Wands person, someone who's fiery, could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. Anyone in a fire energy, okay, attached to you. You feel like there's a deep truth that hasn't yet come to the surface, but you're intuitively feeling it. The sun wants to come out. It's out here, but it's almost like I wonder if this King of Wands person is a really good representer, really good really charming, really selling you the dream is what I'm hearing. Selling you the dream. But you're feeling like underneath it there's something off. Like I cannot get over it. I just can't. I can't get over it. It's like really bothering me. Like I'm just like, oh. And I think that that's what this thoughts and these clearing out of these thoughts, because maybe you're like, why can't I figure out why this doesn't feel right? You know, like why? I'm the person who figures this stuff out the best. Like what is going on, right? What is going on? Okay. I also am feeling that you may be feeling that you have two cycles here, that you have two possibilities with two cycles, okay? You have a cycle that you can continue with the King of Wands, or you can get a new cycle, because we had the wheel come out. You're manifesting a new cycle. There's a wheel, manifestation, magician energy of an opportunity for actual equal give and take, okay? Sorry, I know there's lots of cards in front of me. With the Empress and the Lovers, okay? You stepping into your Empress energy, and or someone who's in their Empress energy and going for a new connection. You have the possibility, and I think you feel that. And it's funny because we were going to get what's coming in for love, and I think that maybe it just kind of combined both. I don't know. Maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe you're feeling both energies and you're confused about which is what. I don't know if I necessarily get that though. There's a distraction again. I don't like this. Again, I'm getting this energy from you. Like, I don't like it. I'm like really like getting like frustrated with this, because I think that, again, as a Scorpio, I think that not being able to figure something like this out is probably driving you mad. Like driving you mad. And okay, so that's what the pause is about. Okay, I get it. I hear answers are coming. Okay? Answers are coming. Answers are coming. Answers are coming. Okay? You are being, I feel like almost like it's meant to be this way, because you already are super good at investigating, right? You're super good at it. So what happens when we're super good at investigating? To have a lesson, to even be more investigative, to even enhance this even more, you have to almost be, I'm hearing indoctrinated into a lesson that, finally getting it, into a lesson that is going to be even harder to see. So there's something about this where it is super hard to see, but you feel it. And I think that that's what this is about. It's getting less connected to what your thoughts are saying and more connected to your gut. Like I really am like feeling your gut. Like I'm seeing the High Priestess. This is about enhancing yourself so much farther than you already are, which, by the way, I know you know this if you're a Scorpio. Scorpios, this is what they're good at. Like they're good at getting to the deep truths. They're good at knowing things. They dig and go to the layers and like figure things out. And it's like what they love and thrive on, okay? So this situation is extremely frustrating because you can't figure it out yet, and you're digging and digging and digging. You're maybe using all the skills you've done before to do this. Investigative work is what I'm hearing, to get down to the truth, and it's not working still. And you're like, what the heck? So I was feeling this earlier on here when I was writing down. There's a distraction again. Okay, there may be somebody around you that you feel like is draining your energy like a mosquito. Like mosquitoes suck blood, right? Like, look, it won't leave me alone. Go away. So I don't know if you feel like this King of Wands person is draining your energy. Yeah, I do feel like you're having judgment with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is definitely you in this, I believe. You're judging, you're really getting more discerning and really seeing, maybe you have to call judgment on this without having all the answers, which is maybe part of the lesson that you're learning. I cannot, this whole thing is like, this whole reading feels so like I don't know, I feel like, I feel like all over the place. I feel like I don't have answers. I feel like I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm at my limit of like, dude, this is too much. I just want to out at this point, because it's like, why would you stay? Why would I stay? Is what I'm hearing. Why would I stay in something that makes me feel so confused, that makes me feel like I don't see something, that makes me consistently feel like there's something off, but I can't quite ever figure it out. And again, I don't think this is you. I know this is the King of Wands. I just feel like I just know this is the King of Wands energy. And you know that too. And I think that there's this understanding that there's somebody that is very good very, very, very good, almost scarily good at hiding the truth. And I'm not saying that maybe I don't necessarily get that it's totally intentional, but I do get that they're very good at manipulating energy, very good at words, and very good at hiding like who they are, underneath a mask. And here's the thing that's messed up about it, and I think this is why it's so hard for you to figure out. I think that this person is actually really believes that the mask that they're wearing is the one that's actually what it is. But I don't think that that's the truth, and I think you don't think that's the truth. And I think that because they believe so deeply in this mask that they've had maybe on, that they do have stuff underneath it, but I think that they're not even aware of it. And maybe as a Scorpio, you're like, you figure it out, like you're like, maybe you're calling it out, like there's something off. Like I feel like you're genuine, but you're like, there's something off about the way you are. Like there's like a key missing. There's like a note. I don't know why I'm hearing note. There's like a note missing. There's like a clicking. Okay, that's not happening. Like you. Okay, here's the thing. I know when someone telling me the truth and being genuine, because I feel it click. Like it's almost like a deep stone settling in my stomach, and I know you'll get that if you're a Scorpio. You will. It's like you feel it viscerally that it's the truth. And when this person says something's the truth, it's like it doesn't fully click, okay? And that's really annoying, I'm sure, for you, who's like, dude, like something's off here. What is it? And they're like, I don't know. And it's like, okay, well, do you want to continue with a cycle and into another cycle like that? That's what the question is. I don't think that you do. And I think that because you can't figure it out, and because you're a Scorpio, and because you love figuring things out, okay, it's like your thing. It's like what you need to do. It's like what you love to do. Because you can't figure it out, you don't want to let it go yet, because you want to figure it out. It's like almost like you can't help it. You have to figure it out, like, right? But I think the advice here from Spirit is that maybe you don't always have to figure it out. Maybe it is about trusting that you don't need all the answers, and maybe that's good enough. And I think that that's what this reading's about. It's like accepting that, like, maybe you'll never figure this one out. And can that be okay? And do you even want to try to keep figuring it out? I feel like you're exhausted. I feel like you're like, dude, I need a break from this. Like, the fact that you need a break from this, from trying to investigate this and not figuring it out, is like such a sign, I think, for you and for just any Scorpio, that like maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe this is not what I want to keep doing. And again, I think you're going to cut it out. I do think yeah, okay, wow. You're going to cut it out, and there's the win. You're cutting it out. I'm going to pull these back. Okay. You're cutting out. Queen of Swords cuts things out, has boundaries, and that is your win. You're getting a win from this. It's like, that's the advice. I think Spirit is just like, if you want to cut it out, cut it out. Can you like hold yourself though, as you like have to not get the answers that you really, really want and really feel like you need to make this decision. And it's like, do you really need them though? That's what Spirit's saying. And it's like kind of messed up, Spirit. Like, oh my gosh, that's a really hard lesson to go through. Oh my God, no. What? That's crazy. Page of Pentacles. But you are getting an opportunity from Spirit. Okay, wow, we got lost. I said we're going to do career and healing, but we're not doing that. It's just, I didn't know what was going to come through, and I feel like that was meant to come through. I do want to get what's next in love for you, and then we will end the reading, okay? I feel like this is a lot, and I don't want to like, I feel like it's too much. I don't want to add on like career and healing. Like you're already healing, and I do feel like, I'm sure this is affecting every area of your life at this point, and I'm pretty sure you're like, no. Okay. What's next in love, Spirit, okay? What's next in love? What's next for Scorpios? What's next? I think you're excited about what's next, because I'm excited about what's next for you. The spaces between the words. Can I read that? I'm going to read this, actually. I don't usually do that, but let's do that, and let's see what this says. Okay, 24. Also, yeah, I said that, okay. 24. Wait, not 24. Oh, it's page 24. Oopsie. I went to 24, the page, and it says simplicity. So it's like getting back to what's simple, I think, is like a message that needed to come through, apparently. Ooh, the swan. I saw the swan, too. You're turning into the swan through this. I really do believe that. Okay. The spaces between the words. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be colored in, where there is just openness. Those are the times when we need to freestyle. being adaptable, Gemini energy too. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There's a sense perhaps that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain. Or perhaps we are happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there is a space to just be. It is a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there's a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. It says day birth. The eastern rise of time on newborn wings bursts out across the lifeless crowd and sings its climb to heights unknown of beauty, warmth, and power upon its throne. To fade again in the western sky and only for a moment lie before it takes its course again to breathe once more in the heart of man. Okay, I think that's exactly what I've been saying. Okay, the spaces between the words. So this is about what's coming in love is like you don't know, which is like another thing. It's like, come on, how many things are you not allowed to know, Scorpio? What is going on? Okay. Do you want me to pull these or these for the spaces between words? I want to see what's coming in love, Spirit. I know that I guess that's the freaking point. We're not supposed to be like searching for all the answers, but like I want to. 6 of Wands and the Empress is coming in. That's what I'm saying. You're choosing the new path. The new path was the Empress. Remember? The Lovers and the Empress. That was the new path. That was the cycle, the other cycle that you can choose. And I think that I know that if you choose that path with the Empress, you get the 6 of Wands, which is a win. Okay, the spaces between the words. Let's see what's coming in. What's coming in next for Scorpio? Okay, is this reverse or upright? I love that it's like, it's funny because the guidance is like, it's quiet for sure. Like I hear, but it's like very, it's like Spirit doesn't want you to know. It's really weird. Like, it's kind of insane. I'm like a little bit like, what is going on? Even now, even for like what's next. I wonder if that's maybe, I don't wonder why you're not allowed. Okay, can you know what? Ask Spirit, why are they not allowed to know? King of Pentacles in reverse? What is going on? Okay, what is this? What are you talking about? 6 of Wands. Again, a win for not going after this. Yeah, because it messes your thought space up. Again, we're going back to the same energy because it's wounding. Okay, we're going back to the same energy. The King of Pentacles reminds me of the King of Wands, okay? That like, it's like, I swear it's connected because the Knight of Wands is here and it came in reverse, but then I was like, I don't know, it doesn't feel right for some reason. Okay, so you're not going for the King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who's like extremely obsessed with stability, almost to the point where all they care about is the material world, very selfish, very self-centered, not very nurturing towards others, that kind of energy, okay? Because it causes you to be in this space, which is the 8 of Swords, which again is a lot of blocking of so many thoughts, so many worries. Like there's a deep worry here. Maybe that you're not going to get through this, but you are, and you are the wounded healer. You're the wounded warrior. You got this. You're getting through this. This is the win. It's almost like, I feel like, again, we got the option with the Empress for the new cycle, right? But it's like Spirit doesn't want to talk about that. Spirit wants to talk about like, if you don't take the cycle that you're currently in, that you're very, very, very like this in, very trapped, feeling very like not okay. If you don't take that, you get the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands was what? Was connected with what? The Empress. And, you know, the Empress could also be nurturing and self-love, but I definitely feel like maybe that's what this is about. It's about nurturing yourself and loving yourself and choosing yourself when it's so hard to, because you don't, I feel like there's just like, again, I think the thoughts are stopping you up on like what's really going on, but I don't think that your intuition's wrong. I think that you intuitively don't want to keep doing this with whoever this is, this King of Wands and King of Pentacles in reverse. Like you don't want to do that. Like you're really genuinely like, no, I don't even have it for this anymore. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's all you need to know. And I'm so sorry. I feel like this was so frustrating, and I was frustrated multiple times during this reading, if you can tell. And I just want to send you guys a lot of support. And again, it's about, like, the spaces between the words is about letting go, okay? It's about letting go. It's about not having all the answers. It's about not knowing what's coming next. It's about kind of being lost and just kind of feeling your way through the dark. And I think that because you have to feel your way through the dark, because it's almost guided for you to, and also to not get so stuck up in the thought space, that this really is about enhancing the trust in yourself, to be able to transverse the dark, to be able to move through all this without having a roadmap. Like, you don't have a map, and it's like you usually have the map and you usually know what's coming next, and you usually can tell it right away, and you can tell before everybody else, and like, you don't get that this time. And I think that there is a win because of that, because you're learning a new way of being. You're learning about being more mutable. You're learning about trusting yourself. You're learning about trusting your intuitive hits even when you don't have evidence to say so, like in the 3D, like you don't get anything, but you just know. And I think that this is really just about trusting yourself and your inner guidance. I'm sorry the message wasn't like, I think, you know, I do think that there are exciting things coming in for you, because we got the Empress and we keep getting the Six of Wands over and over again, and we did get the Lovers. So I do think there's something coming in for you, but I definitely feel like it's being shrouded and colored, and not colored, maybe colored. It's being shrouded by Spirit on purpose. And again, it's funny because you're getting stuff shrouded with this relationship or whoever this is, that's shrouded, and what's coming next is shrouded. So you're like probably feeling really lost. So you will get there. I promise you. I do hear Spirit saying this is temporary, but it is meant for your higher learning. And so have grace for yourself, have compassion for yourself. Also realize that this was like purposefully kind of like this way for you to kind of learn a lesson of trusting yourself even in the dark, and with your heart. Okay, Scorpio, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I really hope this helped, and I will see you guys next time.